A person can take in air 12 to 20 times every minute and typically lives for about 80 to 100 years. In contrast, a dog breathes 20 to 30 times per minute and usually only lives 10 to 12 years. On the other hand, a turtle breathes only 3 to 5 times per minute but can live for 500 to 600 years. This shows that as the number of breaths decreases, the lifespan of an organism increases. This understanding led the ancients to start studying the practice of taking slower, deeper breaths. They realized that an individual has a set limit to their lifespan, amount of breath to live, not years and months, and that there is a cap on the number of breaths that can be taken. Slowing down and taking deeper breaths can help extend life, but this process should come organically. Only 3 or 4 areas of our bodies physically feel it: the air when we breathe, our throat, and our heart, the air that has entered our lungs, is not even something we are conscious of. The air that has entered the respiratory system is also separated into numerous distinct sorts. The results are different when we carry out our work in the field. We are not even conscious of all of this since it happens so but swiftly. All we know is that carbon dioxide and oxygen entered and exited, but we don't know much about what's or inside, or what's done correctly or incorrectly. Did you know that our bodies go through some incredible things when we take those deep, relaxing breaths? It resembles a symphony of happiness. Inhaling deeply strengthens our immune system to combat harmful pathogens. Deep breathing is like a helpful companion to our bone health, indirectly maintaining things in balance, even though there isn't a direct connection. Waste that has been lingering begins to be pushed out. With that oxygen surge, our brains also receive the message, and as a result, we become more attentive and have better memory. It's as though our brains had a switch turned on. It's all because of that infusion of oxygen. It activates those neurons, turning on the gears of comprehension and thought. Fresh air brings confidence back into the lungs. Consider the idea that the forest awakens and becomes vigilant whenever there is a powerful wind gust. A single blow from Kaya's body or a full session of Basta Pranayama is equivalent to a strong wind gust. Few people possess the ability to create a storm inside of themselves. It takes constant work. When the storm arrives, everything is altered. But the majority of people in today's world either walk quickly or breathe quickly and shallowly. People aren't even aware of their own breathing patterns. Their breathing alters when they become angry or feel other emotions. The breath alters as well when lustful feelings appear. Our breathing fluctuates in tandem with each of our thoughts and moods. Our lifestyle and dietary choices also have an impact on it. Our bodily and mental states are directly correlated with the way we breathe. The entire science of yoga is based on breathing in the right way. So if we just learn to take our breaths in the right way, our lives will change like magic. Today, through this ancient yoga story, we will learn in detail about the way to breathe properly and the magical secret of breathing. A long time ago, a Buddhist monk lived in his ashram. The monk used to teach yoga, meditation, and pranayama to the students. He had spent many years meditating in a cave in the Himalayas, where he had deeply understood many subtle human dimensions. Now he is using this experience to spread the knowledge to the masses through disciples. One day after supper, the most intelligent and the smartest disciple of the ashram came to him. Seeing the face of the disciple, the monk understood that some questions were arising in his mind. As soon as the disciple reached the monk, he respectfully used, "Dear monk, I want to ask you some questions." The monk said smilingly, "I understood it just by looking at your face. Ask me the questions you have." The disciple said, "You often say that the root of yoga, meditation, and pranayama is our breath. As soon as we get control over our breath, we get control over our minds and thoughts. So today I want to learn in detail about the secret of breath and its true science. Hearing that the monk gave a light smile and then started the saying, as is our mood, so is the speed of our breaths, or as is our breathing, so will our mood. Everything that happens within us is connected to our breaths as well as what happens outside us. Every event that happens in our lives has a deep connection with our breaths, which means we can control the speed of our breaths. You can control your mind and thoughts by doing this. If you care, observe a true yogi or a seeker, you will see an amazing calmness on his face. A true yogi can keep himself stable and calm even in the worst situations. Yogi does not suppress his emotions, but he gains control over his breath. By controlling his breath, he gains control over his mind. The man whose mind is under his control has the solution to all his problems, pointing towards the disciple. The monk said, you might have heard about certain yogis who are said to live for 150, 200, or even 300 years. How do they manage to extend their lifespans? They achieve this through the control of their breathing, a practice often referred to as harnessing prana energy. Prana energy is all around us. In what quantity it has to be taken and released, a yogi knows very well, and he has mastered this work to a great extent. You can use the energy as per your need and can make yourself long-lived. If you want to keep your body healthy, have more capacity than normal, and want sharp intelligence, then you have to understand your breath. They have to be controlled. And once you control them, everything will be arranged in your life. There is no such thing as fear, worry, and trouble. It is just a product of our minds and emotions. The only thing we can control is the emotion in our mind, and that is our breath. The anger inside us, anxiety, jealousy, ego, feeling of revenge, all this works according to our breath. If we have control over our breath, then all these disorders become under our control. Breath works as a bridge between our body and our mind. If we want to reach our mind and understand its disorders and remove them, then we will have to walk on the bridge of our breath. We will have to reach our minds through our breath, and this is the only way. If you have ever seen a child sleeping, then you must have experienced that when the child inhales, his stomach expands, and when he exhales, his stomach deflates. That is, a child moves his stomach from his navel while breathing, which is the most natural and correct way of breathing. Because of this deep and long breath, the mind of children remains excited and light. Their body works more naturally. You must have seen that the child is thinking about something in his mind. He does not keep it for a long time, nor can he remain angry with anyone for a long time. If he is scolded or hit for any mistake, then after some time he forgets it and gets engrossed in his game. This is why children seem so simple. They naturally breathe from their navel area. A child's body undergo rapid development, which requires more energy. To meet this energy demand, longer breaths are necessary. Therefore, nature has bestowed upon them the gift of extended breath. However, it's important to note that this longer breath is essential for every human being. It is a natural gift. However, over time, humans have altered their natural breathing patterns. Many now breathe from their chests rather than their diaphragms. The shorter our breaths, the more susceptible we become to worries and trivial matters. On the contrary, longer and deeper breaths lead to increased happiness and inner peace. The monk went on to explain that on average a person takes 12 to 20 breaths in a minute. It's important to understand that our breathing is intimately connected to our mental state and physical well-being. When the number of breaths per minute drops below 11, we become more attuned to the many subtle occurrences in our surroundings. By controlling our breath, we can develop an extraordinary sensitivity to the world around us, including the sounds and feelings of animals. You may have heard stories of even fearsome creatures like lions and tigers appearing docile in the presence of certain yogis. This transformation is believed to occur because these yogis have mastered breath control. They establish a deep connection with the sounds, emotions, and energies of animals. When our breath rate drops to around 9 breaths per minute, we can gain insights into the activities of trees and plant life, reducing our breathing to less than 6 breaths per minute allows us to comprehend the workings of inanimate objects, the vibrations they emit, and their interconnectedness with the world. In essence, we can tune into the very essence of the universe. Yogis and sages who reach such a state are said to have the ability to unlock the universe's mysteries and foresee the events within it. The more stable our body is, the slower our breath becomes, maintaining a consistent level of stability throughout the body while avoiding rapid breathing can lead to heightened awareness. According to the teachings of yoga, breath control empowers a seeker to achieve extraordinary feats that transcend the experiences of an ordinary person. In the yogic tradition, it is believed that by mastering breath holding for extended periods, an individual can unlock new dimensions of human existence. Additionally, certain life-threatening diseases for which there is no known cure may find relief through the disciplined control of the mind and brain achieved by breath control. One can reach a mental state where the ups and downs in life will not be able to disturb him. A yogi who has gained control over his breath can stop his breath whenever he wants. The monk further said that when the breath is disturbed, then the mind also becomes unstable, but when the breath is calm, then the mind also becomes stable and the YOI becomes long-lived. Hence, we should learn to control our health. Have you even considered the length of your breath during inhalation compared to exhalation? In normal circumstances, we typically inhale for a span of about 10 fingers length, while our exhalation extends to about 12 fingers. This creates a difference of 1 finger in thickness throughout our daily activities. There are instances where the duration of inhalation far exceeds that of exhalation. For example, during meals, inhalation may reach a length of 16 to 17 fingers, and fast-paced walking can extend it to 22 to 24 fingers. When engaged in running, the length of exhalation can extend to 45 to 50 fingers, and during intimate moments it may reach 50 to 60 fingers. Even while sleeping, exhalation can span 60 to 70 fingers. In our scriptures, it is advised to control lust and anger because they can deplete our life force. Breath is often referred to as the life force of a human being. When a 200-year-old man was asked about the secret to his long life, he shared just 2 simple practices: taking full breaths down to the navel and maintaining an upright posture. These seemingly straightforward practices hold great significance in the realms of yoga and pranayama. As sexual desire diminishes within, the seeker experiences change. Reducing it by 2 fingers leads to pleasure. Decreasing it by 3 fingers enhances writing abilities, and reducing it by 4 fingers can result in improved speech. A reduction of 5 fingers can grant a person farsighted vision. By reducing it by 6 to 7 fingers, the seeker gains the power of rapid movement, enabling them to reach distant places in Mere moments, however, these dormant powers awaken only when there is a desire and a mental path to awaken them. The physical manifestation of this mental path is the breath, thus breath control is the initial step in this journey. With these final remarks, the Buddhist monk wrapped up his lessons, setting the pupil on a path of profound self-discovery. It's a road full of transformational potential and ancient mysteries, guided by the wisdom of breath control. As we conclude our enlightening journey into the ancient secrets of breath control, we've uncovered the profound connection between the rhythm of our breath and the very essence of life. The ancients, with their deep understanding, embarked on a quest to harness the power of breath to extend life and attain spiritual enlightenment. If you've resonated with the wisdom shared in this ancient yoga video, and if the transformative potential of breath control has sparked a flame of curiosity within you, I encourage you to become a part of our Everwing community. Subscribe to Wisdom Words and be a fellow traveler on this path of self-discovery. To our cherished subscribers, I extend my deepest gratitude. Your ongoing support is the cornerstone of our mission to share the timeless teachings that can bring about positive change. Thank you for being an integral part of the Wisdom in Words family. Before we part ways, I invite you to like this video if you found it valuable, and share it with those you believe can benefit from its insights. Your engagement helps us reach more seekers on their journey to understanding the profound mysteries of life. As we navigate the intricate tapestry of ancient wisdom, remember to breathe deeply, live consciously, and let the wisdom of breath guide you towards a more enriched existence. Stay tuned for our upcoming explorations into the depths of knowledge that Wisdom in Words seeks to unravel. Until then, may your breath be your guide, and may the journey of self-discovery bring you unparalleled joy and fulfillment. Thank you for being a vital part of the Wisdom in Words commune.